Hello, welcome to my Facebook page. This is Sichamba Jacob. All right, so this is lesson 3. If you did not watch lesson 1 and lesson 2, my advice is that watch those videos or watch those lessons, because most of the things that we're going to do in this video will be referring to lesson 1 and lesson 2. Okay, so here our main focus will be to write the inequalities. So if you can see, this is example number 1. We've got example number 2 and example number 3. So make sure you watch this video up to the end. So for example number 1, we've got 3 inequalities. Okay, if you're able to remember nicely, or if you're able to recall what we discussed in lesson 2, where we are writing equations of straight lines, we said when you have a line which is passing at one axis, so for example, this one is cutting the y-axis at 4. You first write equation of a straight line, which is y is equal to a 4. So this is an equation of a straight line. Now to show the inequality, in this case, we're going to say y is less or equal to a 4. So how did I know that y is less or equal to 4 for this one? It's passing at 4 on y-axis, and the top part is the part which is shaded. Okay? So we get the bottom part. So if you can see, this line is like this, and then on top, there are no solutions. When we shade, the side that you shade, it means there are no solutions. So you always get the opposite. You get the bottom part. And the bottom part of this number line, which is the y-axis, it's less. Bottom is less. The top part is greater. So we're going to say y is less or equal to 4. This is because the bottom part of this line is not shaded. Let's try to check out this one. So for this one, where is it passing? It's passing at 3. And which axis? It's the x-axis. This is x is equal to a 3. Now to show the inequality, we're going to say x is less or equal to a 3. We can even write it here. X is less or equal to a 3. So all what you need to do here is to check this line, which is the x-axis, and it's passing at 3. Now, which side is shaded? It's the greater part. Okay, you can see that the greater part is shaded. So what we need to get here is the less part. So we're going to say x is less or equal to 3. To this one, it's also passing at negative 3. So this is x is equal to negative 3. It's passing at negative 3. To show the inequality, this is x is greater or equal to negative 3, because the greater part is not shaded. If you can see, the less part here is the one which is shaded. Okay, so we even write x is greater or equal to negative 3. That's it. Let's check out example number 2. But before we go to example number 2, let me just say something which is not in this video or in any of these, the 3 examples that we have. When you have a line which looks like this, look at this. You can see that this is a dotted line. Okay, it's passing at 4. And they shade maybe this side. So for this line, you're going to say x is equal to a 4, because it's passing at 4 here. Okay, now to show the inequality, this will just be x is less than 4. Now look at this, is less than 4. This is very important. Why have I not put the equal sign? It's because the line is dotted. So whenever you find that the line is dotted, don't put the equal sign. Okay, so let's check out example number 2. All right, so we've got example number 2 here. So for example number 2, we'll start with this line. So here we shall say x is equal to a 6. It's only cutting the x-axis at 6. The y-axis, no, it's not affected by this line. It's only the x-axis at 6. So to show the inequality, it will be less or equal to 6. X is less or equal to 6. We even write here, x is less or equal to 6. If you can see, the greater part is shaded. The less part is not shaded. So that's what we're going to put. The opposite of the part or the side that is shaded. For this one, we shall say x is equal to a 2. To show the inequality, it's x is greater or equal to 2. So we even write here x is greater or equal to 2. So you can see the greater part is not shaded. We've shaded, or the part that is shaded is the less part. We come to this one. This is y is equal to 1. It's passing at 1. To show the inequality, it will be y is greater or equal to 1. I guess you can see that the less part is the part that is shaded. So we shall say y is greater or equal to a 1. We go to the last one of this example. So this one is passing at 3. So it's y is equal to a 3. Right here at 3, it's cutting the y-axis at 3. To show the inequality, it will be y is less or equal to a 3. So this is y is less or equal to 3. Just like that. Let's check out example number 3. For this one, we shall say y is greater or equal to a 1. It's passing at 1. Okay, so this is the inequality for this one. Next, it will be this one. So for this one, if you can see, it's cutting, it's attached to all the two lines, okay? Or it has got possibility, even if it was to end here, going this way, we know that it will pass at a point where it will meet the two axes. So the y-axis and the x-axis at this point. So what we need to do is to pick the coordinates. Here it's 0, 0, right here. And where else? It's right here. So this is 2, 2. 2, 2. So here, we're going to use the idea that we used in lesson 1 and lesson 2. So we have the coordinates, that is 2, 2 and 0, 0. Okay, so we have to find the gradient, and the formula of finding the gradient, we said it's like this. This is the formula for finding the gradient, of which here we shall have 0 minus 2 over 0 minus 2, which will give us -2 over -2. And when we divide here, our m will just be equal to a 1. Okay, so I found the gradient here. Next is to find the equation of a straight line using this formula. So I talked about how to use all these formulas in lesson 1 and lesson 2. So please, my advice is that watch lesson 1 and lesson 2 so that you understand. Okay, so here, when we use this formula, we shall get our equation to be equal to y is equal to x. So this equation is this line is y is equal to x. Now to show the inequality, when you look at this line, which part is shaded? Is it the top part or the bottom part? It's the top part. So we want the bottom part. It will be y is less or equal to x. So this is our solution. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to follow, okay? And if you have not understood on how to do this, watch lesson 1 and lesson 2. You will understand. I talked about this. All right, so we've just answered this. Now for the other inequality, which is right here. Actually, before we do the other one, we have to indicate this is y is less or equal to x. So now for this one, I'll help you identify the coordinates. and you try to answer it. So this, the point here, it's a 4, 0. Here it's a 0, 3. Okay, so I talked about how to identify the coordinates in lesson 2. So make sure you watch lesson 2 on how to identify the coordinates. So since we have got these coordinates here and here, you need to use this formula. You find the gradient. After finding the gradient, you come and use this formula. You find the equation of a straight line and you show the inequality. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to give you a chance to try and solve. When you solve, you find the inequality. When you find that inequality, please comment it in the comment section below, and we see if you have gotten the right one, okay? So if I like your answer, it means your answer is correct. So want to see how many will find the correct answer. Thank you, and bye-bye.